BlxckMonopoly presents Dope Dialogue.
What's good, y'all? This is Dope Dialogue presented by BlxckMonopoly. Today we got on Jamil, not Jamal.
Yeah.
What's good, bro?
Life is good, man. Life is good. It's beautiful, man.
Smooth. Shit, like, just talking to you beforehand, like, your story's dope. The way you're evolving is dope. We could just see, from the notes you have behind you, that you have a journey on and you're going to get what you work for, what you envision.
Exactly. I believe you get what you deserve, man, and you only deserve what you work for.
For sure.
So, do you want me to look at you, look at the cameras, kind of, or just do it matter?
Like you can look at me, it's cool.
Yeah, I'll do a little bit both.
There you go, whatever you want.
Try to pay attention, man. But I'm definitely down to put the work in, bro.
All right, so let's jump right into it. Could you give like a little background of where you're from, like what city, what was it like growing up?
Yeah, so I was born out here in LA. My first home was in Watts. I believe it only lasted about 6 months, first 6 months of my life, until me and my mom dipped out of here. Pops was tripping. So we went to, better living in East Oakland. Me and her for a while, and then I lived there for probably till I was 7, moved to a small town called Hollister, California. Very agricultural town, not too many black people that look like me for surely. I think I graduated with like 3 other black people. Pretty sure it was like 3 others. And then went to junior college in Gilroy, the town next to it, probably like 20-minute drive, another little small town. A lot of Mexicans and white people, which is I'm blessed. I'm thankful for it because it really gives me a different perspective. I grew up with a lot of different perspectives from just different minded people. And then went to Sacramento State. After that, got a degree in communications, public relations. Didn't do anything with that, but then that's when I started doing photography.
Smooth.
Yeah.
So photography is what you do now. Like, you built your brand, Jamil, not Jamal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how did you, go from graduating with a degree in communications and then, just mastering your craft of photography? Like, how did you use it to maneuver and build your brand?
Everything with me is natural, man. So it's like, I say like I'm one of the most blessed people you see, just because I think my life is it just works out in certain ways where it just makes sense, and then I just make it make sense, if that makes sense.
Not for sure.
So with Jamil, not Jamal, my name is Jamil, spelled Jamil, Malik Taylor, which means honest, handsome king Taylor. Taylor being the white part. So, but Jamil Malik is a Muslim name. My father wanted me to have a strong black name that meant something. So my name means honest or handsome king. But obviously that doesn't really transfer over to most people, especially in the Caucasian realms. Jamil, almost every single time, immediately becomes Jamal. That's ever since I was in kindergarten. I remember that.
Sure.
My kindergarten teacher, Miss D, in Hayward, California. Just Jamal, and I don't, that's not my fucking name. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's 5 letters, and there's definitely an I right there. You know what I mean? And you taught us how to spell.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, what the fuck, nigga? And then that just transfers. You know what I'm saying? You just meet people throughout life, and it's Jamal. Especially, my main source of income up until a few years ago, like 2 years ago, I think, was as a waiter. I worked in several different restaurants. Anything from Cheesecake Factory to, P.F. Chang's to, your top restaurants. Not top restaurants, but your what do you call
said, like the biggest known,
the chain,
like the
chain restaurants,
gotcha,
right?
Big chains.
Those. So, you serve a lot of people. How you doing? My name is Jamil. Welcome to Cheesecake. Okay, nice to meet you, Jamal. Can I please have and it's just like, bro, like, why are you not listening
for real
to who the fuck I am? Like, that's serious. You know what I mean? That's a problem. But I understand it. You know what I mean? I don't understand. I think it's like it's an undertone of racism right there. You know what I mean? You just equivalently, like, you just change somebody's name to something that you're familiar with, even though it's unfamiliar for you. It's weird, but yeah, I always hated that. So when I was able to, you know, have an Instagram, which is how it came about, and you know, you going through your different names. Like, I think my first name was like Red Kool-Aid Sipper.
For real?
Yeah, I think that was my first Instagram day. I thought that was cool. I was drinking some Red Kool-Aid at the time. It was fire.
Kool-Aid Sipper.
Red Kool-Aid Sipper. And then it was like, and then I just started, you know, kind of getting into who I was. So then I changed it to Taylor since 90. You know what I mean? My last name being Taylor, and I was born in 1990. So it's like Taylor since 90. And then I think one day I was just in my room smoking weed, and I was just like, yeah, JamilNotJamal. I was like, oh, that's cool. You know what I mean? Just bored, changing names, and then it just kind of stuck. Like, somebody must have said something. It must have been a girl said something. It was just like, yeah, I like that. So I just kept it, and then it was just flavorful. So like I said, bro, it just kind of happens organically, and I just kept it.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? It just catchy, and then people always smile. Or they'll be like, I wasn't gonna call you that. And I'm like, no, I'm not telling you that you're gonna call me Jamal. I'm telling you, like, you just asked me what's my Instagram. You know what I mean? JamilNotJamal. And they're like, oh, okay, I get it. You know, it makes sense.
Gotcha.
It flows.
Got you. So what first put the camera in your hand?
Like, jobs. I kept getting fired. I'm not one of those people that likes being told what to do, especially if I can do it a different way and can do it better. Or I can just do it my way so it fits my style. You know what I mean? When you're working for, you know, chain restaurants and corporations, they don't give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? I care about the money, and we have a formula here, and you need to follow the formula. And I don't fit in to anything. You know what I mean? If I can't be myself, so either I would get bored and do something stupid, or they would just get tired of me because I'm not somebody that's gonna just hold my tongue. I'm not disrespectful by any means, but if you're not gonna just say something to me and just expect me to not ask questions about it, or to just accept it,
For real.
you know, as a truth. Because I'm like, no, that's not no. You know, I'm big on that. Even if it, you know, makes things tougher for me, at least I'm gonna stand up to what I think and what I say, because I believe that it's worth that much. So in doing so, you know, you annoy people. You piss people off. When you figure out how to get discounts and increase your tips, you know, through a you know, a company error in the computer system that you figured out, and you just work that at every single restaurant until it doesn't work, and then you just move to the next restaurant. You know what I mean? And you leave that last restaurant off your application. You just keep doing that.
That's the art of finesse right there.
Yeah, it's just a finesse, man. It wasn't.
For real.
It wasn't like I was stealing nothing. I was just depreciating something's value to increase mine.
Shit, that shit makes sense,
Yeah,
man.
it makes sense to me,
For
but
real.
it's illegal. So that's a beautiful part. But doing that, you know, you getting fired, you get tired of getting fired, right? You get tired of going to these jobs and doing that stupid ass shit, going to Chipotle, making burritos, sweating over the burritos, you know what I'm saying? You get tired of having to put on this white suit and go to Cheesecake Factory and be told what to do and be there for hella long, bro. And then you look at TV and you see other people just making money.
For real.
Doing what they want to do, right? So I've always wanted to take pictures. I always like just seen it. Like, you know, I thought I was gonna be a model growing up. I always used to, as a little kid, I would tell my mom, not a kid, probably like, you know, 13, I'd be like, yo, mom, I'm gonna be in, you open a magazine one day and I'm gonna be in it. But as a model, because I thought I was good looking, you know what I mean? I thought my body was all cut at the time when I was young. I thought I was dumb strong. And yeah, so I used to always tell her that. But then I think my friend Anthony, his mom took pictures in high school, and I was like, damn, that's dope. You know what I mean? Like, I just felt like it was dope, because one thing about me is I hate forgetting things. You know what I mean? So if you take a picture of it, you got it.
For sure.
Forever. You know what I'm saying? You don't just have the picture, but you have the moment. You know what I'm saying? You have the memory. So you have the memory, you have the sound. You know what I'm saying? You got the smell. You got everything just based off by capturing a picture. So looking at life in that way as a way to stop time, which is what you're doing. You know what I mean? Because you can never, no matter what happens, bro, you could do the same thing we doing today, but we'll never do it the exact same as when we did. You know what I mean? We could meet up at the same time, the same place. We could wear the same shit, but it'll never happen exactly the way it happened like right now. And if we don't capture it right now, we'll miss it forever. And most times that's very significant, but sometimes, you capture some powerful shit in that 1/24th, 1/250th of a second. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of power in that. There's a lot of control in that. There's beauty. There's a whole lot of beauty in that, So that, the love for memories, and I've always hated losing memories. Even as a kid, I was always a pack rat. I'll keep some homework if it meant something to me. You know what I mean? If I did an A, and this was when I was young, if I did an A real nice, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it in my bottom drawer with all the other junk, because I remember when I did that day. Shit was hard. You know what I mean? So, my love for memories, and the fact that I kept getting fired, was bothering me. So, and I just started saying I wanted a camera, and my mom always listened, but she never, she didn't really do nothing about it. That sounds bad. Let me reiterate that, because I didn't like that shit. I was like, so I always wanted a camera, right? But I never did it. You know what I mean? Because I looked at how much camera was, and I was so frugal. I've never really had money like that, and I never seen anybody prior to moving to LA really get money and just have large amounts of money to spend however they wanted, right?
For sure.
So I never got one, but during Christmas 2015, my mom bought me a camera.
Dope.
The best thing ever. It was a Nikon D5300. It was like a little kit shit. She probably bought it for $600. Came with the body and
a lens or something.
The lens, yeah. She had to put that on. She would make payments on a QVC. So, but she did that for me, and that shit meant everything. So that means that she invested into me. You invest into me, you gonna get your investment back. You know what I'm saying? Guarantee every single time, or you shouldn't do it. So she did that. So I had the camera, right? And then I was going to Sacramento State at the time, and my whole thing was, I'm just gonna carry it every single day. You know what I mean? Like, I fucking hated school, but I loved being at school because it got me out of that small town life. Hollister, very small town. My way out of that routine of, what I would call a boring life, an unfulfilling life for me, just because there's just so much to see in the world, bro. And just being in a small town where you, like, well, you got a movie theater and a fucking Target, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like, nah, come on, bro. I'm trying to live. So I need to get out. So, college was my way. So when I was at Sacramento State, yeah, man, I just had it every day. Even if I didn't take a picture all day, like, I would just have it, just because mentally I wanted people to attach me with having a camera. Even if they don't know me, you know what I mean? You see me walking through campus every day, you're gonna know, he got a camera. Like, he always got a camera. Who's that? You know what I mean? Even if you don't ask me, I just want to give people the chance to think about it, like, when you see me. So
for sure,
that was my whole mentality, especially when, I started doing it for fun, but then I was just like, I keep getting fired from these jobs, so I need to make something, like, some extra money. And so yeah, then I started just charging, people in my class that would see me with the camera every single day. I just started charging them like $80 for grad shoots, and it was only $80 because I didn't have the confidence. My whole problem with me is my confidence, just because I never expected anything to happen from me picking the camera up. I didn't even expect to become a photographer. I just expect to, capture memories. That's it.
That's it. Like, so you wasn't thinking about it as a business or like
Nah, I was thinking of it as, let me make sure my mom ain't waste her money. Let me use this shit all the time, and yeah, I'm going to school for fucking communications, to do public relations, to do nothing really, because I didn't even know what the fuck to do with that. I don't know, communicating. And you gotta know how to talk. You know what I mean? That's got to be useful. Got to be able to get a job off talking. So that was my idea behind that. But I fuck school, bro. I hated school. So,
got you. So like that's what led you down to picking up the camera and then put it into use.
Exactly. So just having that, doing those, doing class portraits for people with no confidence. It gave me what school never gave me, which was the reason to learn.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
So like doing the portraits gave you like hands-on experience.
Yeah, like but then it was just like I just have this camera I don't know nothing about.
For sure, and you learning it as you use it.
Yeah, I'm learning as I go. So I'm fucking spending hours on YouTube watching tutorials and shit. You know what I mean? I'm hours, bro. Like I said, like I was prescribed Adderall. You know, Adderall keep you up for a long ass time.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And I would just literally just watch YouTube, man. It's what is that brother's name? I don't want to shout him out just in case this go big or something one day.
Sure.
This nigga, Terry White. Boy, yeah, Terry White on
shout
YouTube.
Out Terry White.
Brother, go through Lightroom for you. Teach you everything about Lightroom, man. I just stayed up and I just watched YouTube for so long, bro. And then till like I just got confidence behind it to really, just really is like, yo, I want to keep doing this. You know, this is fun. Like I'm shooting girls, talking to girls. You know, I got a purpose.
For sure.
That's the cool part. It gave me a purpose. Now I have a purpose and a reason. I have a reason to go outside. Because now I can look outside and be like, God damn, I've been looking at that flower over there this whole time. You know what I'm saying? But now with the camera, there's a certain beauty in it because if I take a picture of it at this angle, now that flower look amazing.
It tell a different story.
It tell a different story because the light is hitting it different. You know what I mean? I was looking at it from this angle over here, but now I got my camera. I was like, yo, let me go to the other side of it. And let me see what that side look like.
Gotcha.
It gives me bro. It's
got you. So like, how do you translate that that same eye to capturing people? Like, does it have to be like a natural thing, or is it somewhere where you have to be like, I'm a doctor this setting for you?
Preferably. Like me, like I said, bro, I'm real big on natural. So like what my passion would come through from capturing memories, you know what I mean, that I want to remember, which is very selfish to me because it's only the memories that I want to remember. I think that's what gives me my eye, because I look for things that I want to remember. So
that's a gem right there.
You know, when my preferred shooting would be the spontaneous, or the what do you call it? What do you call it when you take a picture of somebody but they're not really paying attention?
Oh, you're talking about like the candid.
Candid, right?
Yeah.
That's my favorite. You know what I mean? I want to get hired for a party, or for especially like a studio, or you know, I like being the second shooter at a wedding because there's no real responsibility other than, you know, you just make sure you capture shit, you know, and yeah, bro, because therefore you get the memory, you get the emotion. Like I like to shoot for emotion and the passion, whether somebody's angry or somebody's fucking, you know, happy as fuck and they just cheesing, you know what I mean? Like that shit it means something. And then when you give that somebody else who wasn't there at all, when you show them that, it transfers.
Got you.
You know what I mean? So once again, and that's just based off of my memory. This is what was happening. Like I didn't do nothing. I didn't tell them to stop and pose and do this and do that. I'm not trying to create nothing that's not there. That's not
So you try to make yourself like as little as possible to affect the situation. So do you have to make yourself invisible while you're doing like these
damn near
candid shots?
Yeah, but I like that too because I don't want to talk to nobody.
Got you.
I'm cool with being by myself. You know what I'm saying? Majority of the time, bro, I like it. So if I can be out somewhere and be able to engage with people without engaging, because that's exactly what it is. You know what I mean? When a photographer is out there, like, and I'm just, you see me at a party and I'm just moving around, I ain't really talking to nobody. I might be like, yo, Just so you turn around and then that motherfucker smiling at the perfect time and boom, capturing it. I'm dipping off and to the next person, and it's not weird.
For sure.
Because that's what I'm there to do for. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's just the best. But then if I do want to talk to you, I have something to talk to you about instantly. Yo, I was over there and I just took this fire ass picture of you. Look at this. You're gonna be like, oh shit, that was dope. Nigga, I didn't even see you over there. Da, da, da. Like, oh, what's up? Who are you? My name is JamilNotJamal. You know, I live out here in LA. Oh, okay, which I'm whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And now we talking and engaging, you know what I mean? And who knows what happens from there. And that can happen anywhere. I could be at the grocery store. I could be outside. I could be staring at this window from down there. And as long as it's not weird, you know what I mean? I have no problem approaching somebody and be like, yo, I was over there and I captured this amazing photo of you. You know what I mean? I'd love to send it to you. Boom. 10 times out of 10, people are like, damn, bro. Like,
that's dope. That's an instant connection right there.
It's an instant connection off of what? I'm not hoping to get nothing out of it. I'm just seeing something I want to remember. Like, damn, that was beautiful, and I want you to remember it too. Here, let me give you back your memory. You know what I mean? Let me give you back you. Which that's the beautiful part of the business. I'm just selling people themselves.
Dang, that's dope. I never even pictured it or heard it like that.
Yeah,
that's wild.
That's a beautiful thing. But that's the toughest part too, because that's what I was just talking about is like, you know, the candidates. But then when you want to continuously get booked and continuously work, you move into portraits, you know, do shit like the grad shoots and you know, the business portraits, the family portraits and things like that, where now ironically is like when people have to really look at themselves, it's like they see themselves for what they actually look like, and majority of the people don't like what they look like. Naturally, you have to tell them what to do. You have to tell them, no, like this. No, put your hand like this. No, sit up, drop your shoulders back. No, now twist. Beautiful, smile, don't smile. Close your mouth. Open your mouth a little bit. Fake laugh. You know what I mean? Naturally, which is, like, bro, it's just deep, man. You really think about it, man. You really think about it because it's just like, damn, like people really don't like what they look like.
That's super deep for real.
Majority of the time, man. Like, unless you have that confidence, you know what I mean? But then you know, yeah, unless you just have that real confidence in yourself that you like what you look like, and that there are plenty of people like that as well, where they just like, man, know what to do. You know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. These are all my good sides. No, I ain't got no bad side. Nigga, I'm good. Like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Sure. But you got to get them. Everybody wait, let me switch that up, because everybody has that in them. They just don't know. So it'd be the photographer's job, is that's when you start working, is you got to bring people out of themselves, out of their own insecurities, so really look at themselves as who they are and be themselves, so then they can get a picture of themselves.
That's deep right there too.
Yeah.
Like, so you got to bring themselves out of them so you can actually capture that true fucking image of themselves.
Yeah.
Got you. Damn, that's deep. That's deep.
Bro, it's a lot to think about, bro.
For sure.
That's why I don't like, you know.
Take it serious.
No, I would say that's why I don't like doing certain things. You know what I mean? Like, well, sometimes it's like too much work. Like, yo, I just need you. You hired me to take this picture, basically. Like, I don't want to bring your confidence up, and I don't want to have to do that, you know, because it's just hard.
Sure.
I said it's hard, especially when you just meet people off a rip. Like, I just met you, you know what I'm saying? You DM me about a photo shoot. I told you the price, you agreed to it, you sent a deposit, I showed up, and now it's like, I hate what I'm wearing.
So now it's extra work that you gotta...
Bro, I'm just like, oh my God. Bro, I'm like, cause I'm so real. So in my mind, I'm like, you picked that shit.
For real.
Like, you picked that shit.
Like, you knew it was a photo shoot today.
You picked that shit. You knew it was a photo shoot. You knew your nails, you needed your nails to be done to feel confident. Now you're telling me that your nails aren't done, so now you don't want to show your nails, right? So if I had in mind to pose you a certain way, now I got to do everything without the nails. You know, or it's just too much to think about, bro. It's fun though.
Smooth. So now you get the opportunities to take photos of humans who happen to be celebrities.
Yeah.
High value people. How'd you get yourself in that position?
Naturally. You know,
everything happened naturally.
Everything happens naturally, bro. Like, it's not too much. I say this delicately, but it's not too much effort. as far as I've learned not to force life, but more so accept it. You know, definitely, you can definitely position yourself somewhere, certain places, anytime you want. You know what I mean? You have full control over yourself. But life, I don't think anybody really has full control over life. You know what I mean? Any motherfucking earthquake could come right now and just knock this whole shit down. We gone. We have no control of that. You know? So, yeah, man, I would say it's pretty natural. So how it came to be about was, you know, obviously, J.C. Taylor, which is known as The Game, which is my brother. Love him to death. So long story short, I didn't grow up out here. I didn't grow up with him at all. So up until one day that I seen the How We Do video and some shit happened, and I learned that I even had a brother. You know what I mean? I didn't know how many, I didn't know anything about my dad's side of the family. So other than the fact that I had a dad and he lived in LA, that's pretty much all I knew. But that's all I cared about. No, I didn't really, whatever, me and my mom, we were straight, living. Love my mom forever, ever. So, first and foremost. But anyway, found out he was my brother, which was cool. It was like a real big culture shock. I was in high school, I think. It was in junior high school and shit. And that's when How We Do shit came out. Like I said, shit happened and just found out. So, like, I linked up with him a couple times. There was one time he had a concert out in San Jose. Was able to link with him there, and then his son Justice's first birthday, I came out here. Right, but then after that, there was some family drama that had happened, and so we really didn't talk. I didn't really see him for 10 years after that. You know what I mean? Like, we would talk on Instagram, like, you know, it's my brother. I don't know, bro. I see people for who they are, not for what they portray to be. So I never really cared about the game. I was just happy to have a brother, like an older brother. I was like, dude, this is dope. So I got plenty of them out here. He's not the only one. But, you know, for topic's sake, I'll keep it on him. But yeah, so I just always, you know, just seen him as a brother. So even though, like, I didn't see him, I'll still DM him. You know, Happy Father's Day, Merry Christmas, bro. You know, how are you doing today? Simple shit. You know, he would reply back every now and again, not every time, but every now and again. I'm good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Life is good. Can't complain. Blessed. Shit like that. Real short. You know what I mean? But it was cool. That's all I needed. And you know, at that time I was young, so of course I'm, you know, going back. I'm game, brother. You know, and this is a small town, Hollister, so it means something, but it means nothing at the same time, you know. So which humbled me real quick. I was like, all right, yeah, you Game's brother, but you still over here with us, nigga. So yeah, cool, you be that. You know what I'm saying? You going to play basketball or not? You come to practice, nigga, or you gonna be Game's brother? So it's like
real life,
yeah.
real.
And then yeah, so that never really mattered to me. I was just happy to have a brother, bro.
For sure. So
then, you know, we fast forward to about 3 years ago now, I think, and our dad dies. So that kind of brought, you know, all of us back together in one area. All of us, me and all of his kids. He had like, let's say like 15 kids or something. At least 12, 15 kids, I think. Yeah, I can't even.
Rolling Stone.
Can't even remember. You know what I'm saying? But that's a different time period. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, different time period. So I completely understand it. But yeah, so once that happened, you know, we just kind of connected at the funeral. You know, just once again very small, like, you know, just but there's mutual respect that I feel me and him have. It's not spoken on, but it's a feeling, you know what I'm saying, just mutual respect. So after the funeral, I was home, like back in Hollister, and he had DM'd me. He was like, yo, you got your passport? And I was like, nah. He was like, go get it. You know what I'm saying? You go get it when I'm going on tour. And I was like, oh shit, for sure. You know what I mean? Because I think before I had DM'd him one time. I was watching Gary V on YouTube. Gary V was like, yeah,
sure.
shout out Gary V. Gary V was like, yo, you just need to DM people and just ask them. DM DM the people you want to work for and just say, I'll work for you for free.
For sure.
So I was like, got on my phone, DM'd him, like, yo, bro, I want to work for you for free. And this was, yeah. And then he was like, doing what? And I said, photography. And then he started, you know, saying, you see the little bubbles pop up and then they disappear and they never popped up again. So I was like, all right, whatever. So then he was like, going on tour. I was like, oh yeah, for sure. Like, I got this camera and I've been working it. By this time I was doing the class portraits and I graduated college. So I moved back to Hollister where I was substituting and what was I doing? I was substituting working at the restaurant at the same time. And then, yeah, so my ass just like jumped up, went and got the passport, right? But because I'm so frugal and stupid, she was like, do you want to expedite it? And I'm thinking like he's hitting me, you know, like we gonna go on tour, but I'm thinking this was like during the winter, like it was like January. So I've never been on tour. I never even thought about going on tour. I dreamt about it for surely. I definitely stood in the middle of the street, smoked about it. You know, just like thought of it, aka manifested it. For sure. You know what I mean, if you want to call it that. But I never really thought it would happen. So anyway, I'm thinking like he says tour, so I'm thinking, oh, you know, tours happen during the summer because who the fuck would want to travel during the winter? You know?
Right.
So she's like, you want to expedite it? I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm gonna save the fucking $70 or whatever it was, my cheap ass. And I go home and I'm excited. Anyway. I want to say, bro, like 4 days later, I look on Instagram and he posted a picture of the tour dates and it's like for the next week. Damn. Right? Or it's like, it's not the next week, it's like the week after that, but it's dumbass soon. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck, yo? Like, I hit him and I'm like, yo, tour is, you know what I mean, right, soon? He's like, oh yeah. So I'm like, oh my God, bro. Did I just fuck this up, bro? Because I'm not going to have my passport in time. Right? So I'm hot at myself, right? I was just hot. But then I just had to accept it. And I was just like, fuck it, man. I got, you know, take the L. I just messed up an opportunity to go to Europe. You know what I mean? But fuck it. I know it's possible now. Sure. So now, fuck it, let's just go to work and just get back to the regular routine. And we gonna, you know, get there, maybe not, whatever. Bro, I'm sitting there chilling. I forgot where I was, somewhere. But mind you, like, they were supposed to leave on Tuesday, right, for the tour. Right. This must have been Saturday. For whatever reason, bro, the passport comes like in a week and a half. This passport's supposed to take 4 to 6 weeks. Shit come a week and a half as if I expedited. Bro, my mom sent me a package, bro. I think I was at my boy Tyler's house smoking, for surely. And I fucking dipped. I was like, yo, I gotta go. Went home, seen that passport, immediately, like, I sent my brother a picture of the passport, like, yo, I got it. He was like, cool, send me a picture of you know, your picture without the hologram. You know, and I did that. And he was like, all right, man, I'm gonna have Whack hit you. Dope. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, this is real, you know what I mean? Because I don't get excited for things until they happen, bro. Just because I don't want to be let down. For real. You know what I mean? So until it's actually happening, bro, I'm just like, fuck. Like, it might happen, it might not, whatever. But yeah, but I was just like, yo, that's so crazy. Like, how the fuck? My passport should not be here, you know what I'm saying?
For real. It's that natural thing you were talking about.
Natural shit, you know what I mean? Like, I did not pay for the expedite, so there's no way that it should be here, you know? But shit got there. So anyway, fast forward, you don't go on tour, you know what I'm saying? My first tour, first time shooting shows, dope, anything, you know? And it was the best thing ever because he just let me do whatever I want. Dope. Let me do whatever I want. He, like, after the first show, I was kind of timid, like, man, I really wasn't even confident to this day, bro. This is my biggest fault is I'm just not confident behind the camera. I just keep going, right, for some reason. But it's because I know that I don't know so much. So I know that I'm not at my greatest. There's no way I can give you my greatest right now because there's a whole bunch of books down here that I haven't read. So there's a whole bunch of information about cameras I don't know. So therefore, the work that I do is not my best work. So I think that's where lack of confidence comes from, if you want to call it that. It's probably the wrong use of it, but anyway.
But it helps you grow too, though. For sure.
Yeah. It just keeps me honest about myself. Like,
sure.
bro, you've had these books here for 3 years and you haven't touched them, bro. There's hella information in there that you need, and that's why when you take a picture like this, it doesn't work out because you don't have the information on it, right? So anyway, on the tour, I'm just figuring shit out. Like, it's dark as fuck. The lights are changing, like smoke. You know what I mean? Small stages, large stages, and mind you, all I had was this 50 millimeter camera, or 50 millimeter. This is a camera, bro. This is a camera that I've had probably that I used for 5 years straight, bro. Only this. Like, this with this 50 millimeter.
So you got to keep it for life.
I don't have to, but I will.
I mean, dope, man. It's like all the memories. Like, it travel with you to all these places and help you capture these moments.
Yeah, but it's like you know, as most photographers would like to say, you know, it's not the camera, it's you. So it's,
for sure.
I don't really put too much emphasis on the camera, but actually I do. I completely respect the camera because, you know.
What'd you learn from that? Oh, my bad.
iPhone ain't really wouldn't really kick it.
For sure, it wouldn't.
You know what I mean? Or some other watch or some other camera.
For sure. What you learned, like, while you were on that tour, what did you learn outside of, like, taking cameras? What did you learn about just being in that space of?
I learned that everybody has to travel, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I can talk to you, and I can tell you ain't been nowhere.
For sure.
By how you talk.
For sure.
By your mindset.
For
you know what
sure.
I'm saying? You've never been anywhere. I can tell. That's why you think like that. That's why you talk like that, because you've only dealt with, you know, your surroundings. You know what I mean? You wouldn't call that person that if you've been to their actual country, so you see where they came from.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? You seen how you seen where they came from, and then how they got next to you. And it's just like, damn, man, like, you came from over here, and then you over here now. Like, respect to you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. That's why y'all cooking like that. Oh, y'all cook like with this? Oh, damn, it's a different flavor.
For real.
Oh, y'all eat bread different over here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, that's why you sit on the ground and eat, because that's your culture. You know, you guys do that as you know, that's what you guys do in your country. It's how you share your meals. You know what I'm saying? People eat with their hands. You go to certain places, people eat with their hands. You come over here and eat with your hands, niggas looking at you weird. Niggas pulling out their phones. They got memes about you. You know what I'm saying? That's not weird, nigga. It's just, you're weird. What you eating with a fork for? That dirty ass fork.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Who washed that fork? Do you know?
For real.
No, you don't. But I wash these hands. So I'm eating. You know what I'm saying? Is that your mind expands when you travel, is what I'm trying to say. Not only does your mind expand, but you know, you make, your mind expands by what you see, but then you meet different people, and then your mind expands even more. Because what we do over here in America, you know, we feel like whatever we're doing is what we're supposed to be doing. You go somewhere else, and they're living like how we live life, and they're like, yo, that's not living life. You guys think you're living life?
For real.
You think you're enjoying that meal? How are you enjoying that meal and you ate it in 5 minutes?
For real.
No, come over here, sit down with the family. What the fuck you doing with your phone, man? No, put your phone in here, man. You're not gonna want your phone, man. We about to have such a great conversation over here because it's a tight family. We all here with a purpose, you know what I'm saying? We all had a, you know?
Y'all present in the moment.
Yeah, present in the moment.
For real.
And that's just what we do over here. You know what I mean? So it's just about, bro, just traveling is just necessary, bro. And to me, it's like, there's so much more to see than where you're at. You know what I mean? And my personal perspective, I want to see it for myself, bro. I don't want to have to hear your stories about how you went to Dubai, bro, and how it was so amazing.
Yeah, you gotta live it.
Yeah.
For real.
Like, what? No. I gotta see that for myself. You know, and then what that gives you is that gives you, you know, a reason to just keep seeing other shit. Because once you start traveling, then you see other shit. Like it annoys me how people just go to Vegas so much. They go to Vegas and Atlanta and Miami so much. Bro, I asked you how much you spend on a Miami ticket. My boy told me, oh yeah, bro, right now it's pretty cheap. You know, you can get to Miami for like $300 round trip. Like, all right, bet. How many times you been to Miami? Oh, man, Miami hella times, man. I'm thinking about getting a place out there, go to the club. You want to go, bro? I got a lid over Miami. I'm like, all right, cool. No, I'm good, bro. Because for the same amount of price that you just paid to go to Miami, you had a basic fun. You know what I mean? Basic fun. I'm going to take that same amount of money. I'm going to buy a ticket in my passport. I'm going to go to Costa Rica. And where it's a vibe. It's a different vibe. I don't really know anything about it, so I can learn. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gonna come back.
I come back different, and I can share that. I go to Miami. What I'm gonna bring back to share? Oh, bro, I almost got shot.
For real, the same memories everybody else got.
I almost got
parties,
parties, and
sure.
you know, not saying that you can't travel and get the culture, bro, but you're not gonna expand your mind. You can leave somewhere far and come back with a lot to share. You'll come back with a lot of memories, or you should, and so. Yeah, man, that's what you learn on tour, and you just experience different shit, bro. So the main thing is that you broaden your mind.
For sure, and you get like new perspective. You get new goals too. Like you come back thinking things you never thought about before. Like, damn, now I want this. I seen somebody have that. I can get that.
Exactly. Or I seen somebody have that. Now I don't want that no more.
For sure.
You know, I didn't been places, bro, where people just have a ridiculous amount of money, and I'm just like, damn, like, I got this amount of money. Do I really need 5 lions?
You don't need 5 lions.
Do I really need 5 lions? Here, and then over here, I got a different breed of lions. And then I got a monkey. And then I got a, what did bro have? It was a zonkey. There's an actual name for it.
A zonkey?
A zonkey, bro. There's only about, I think there's only about 8 in the world. There's a very limited amount in the world. Dude had 2 of them.
That's a flex.
It's a flex, but I'm just like, bro, but you know what I'm saying? Your flex could feed a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? If you chose to just, I don't know, bro. I don't know how it works. But if you just build some houses and let people live in, why don't you just take all that money and just build houses and let people live in it? You know what I mean? And then from the 2 giraffes and the ostriches that you have, why don't you just create a job for those people that you just let moved in, so then they can learn how to self-sustain their shit. You know what I mean? This is Dubai. This is real shit, bro. Dude really have his own farm.
Just for like, is it his entertainment? For
just for celebrities come. They can come look at the farm. You know what I mean? I'm sure they might sell tickets, you know what I mean, to make money off it, so it's a business, but it's really like, it's not necessary. That's my point. It's like you have so much money that that people do stupid things with. So I'm just like, I know the amount of money that I feel like I would need to enjoy my life, and then also, you know, benefit others, and then that's it.
Dope. So then, like, one of the last things I want to like focus in on is always good.
Yeah.
Like your brand. Can you talk about that?
Yeah. See, it's something else that's natural, right? So, always good started by, you know, people just asking, you know, how are you doing today? And, you know, probably before, you answer like everybody else. You know, like when somebody, you be at the bank, how are you doing today? I'm good. How are you? I'm good. Perfect. You know, how can I help you after that? Or your friend might ask you, how are you doing today? And you might just be like, I'm straight. Or you might really dive in. You know what I mean? Like, man, I'm going through it. Woo. So tripping, whatever. Right? I went to Mexico a couple of times when I was in college. My boy Todd Sondroff, he started a nonprofit called the Change of Heart Foundation. So pretty much, he would just post on Facebook, saying, yo, I'm going to Mexico to build houses for people. Who wants to help? You know, anybody can help. Like, who wants to help? And I grew up with him. I went to same high school with him. And so I was like, oh yeah, for sure, I want to help. You know, just naturally, like, going to Mexico. I've never been to Mexico, you know. It's like, I've always wanted to travel. So any reason to travel, I mean, I'm down. You know what I mean? As long as it's a good reason. Like, yeah, we want to build houses for people, for sure. In Mexico, for sure. Her tacos were amazing over there. I gotta see it. You know what I mean? I heard about it. You guys talked Spanish to me all throughout fucking high school and shit. And now let me go see where y'all from. Let me see what it's about. You know, that was my idea. And then let me help people at the same time. That's beautiful. So that's what we did. We would go, you know, a group of people, sometimes some new people, and sometimes the same people would go. We probably did it about 6 times, I think. Or if not 6 times, I think I helped build around 6 or 7 houses.
It's a dope experience right
there. Yeah, dope experience, you know what I mean? To be able to change somebody's life in a dip.
For real.
Never to be seen again, never to be heard of again, you know what I mean? Because in Tijuana, the community that we helped a couple times, their whole community was built on a retired dump. So like literally garbage is on the floor. You know, they're building their houses out of old advertisements and tires and shit like that, bro. It's crazy. But it's beautiful because you just see everybody still smiling, still enjoying life. Nobody's complaining. Motherfuckers gotta walk miles to go to work and school. Kids by themselves. You know what I'm saying? You need to be 6 years old. You walking by yourself to school. You know what I'm saying? It's weird.
Sure.
No matter where you are, it's weird.
For real.
But that's the conditions that they're in and they're doing it. Fuck it. This is what we gotta do. Little kids still talking about I'm going to school.
It's a different lifestyle.
That's a different lifestyle. It's a different hunger.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you that's coming from the bottom. Yeah, that's the bottom. And you live in a dump, bro. That's the bottom. The fuck with these niggas in the trenches. You in the trenches, bro. You got a whole house, bro. There's a toilet in there.
You got running water.
You got running water. Even if it don't run, it's supposed to. You just gotta pay it and turn it on. These niggas don't even got the water to turn on.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? They gotta go over here to the church. And then at the church, we built a fucking water filtration system for them. A whole tank. And we brought the tank. The water tank. You know what I mean? From San Diego.
That's real dope.
Real dope. And then dipped. That's the best part. You know, I want to help somebody and dip off on them. Just wonder like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? That's some Batman shit to me. That's
For
like real, like, you know what I'm saying? Super, that's fly to me. You know what I'm saying? That's fly. And it to me, that would just give me aspirations. Like, damn, these niggas just came and did some shit, just blessed us real quick.
Yeah,
but anyway, so yeah, man, we built a couple houses. But once I came back from Mexico, bro, I just realized that we have nothing to complain about over here. Nothing in those conditions. Nothing to complain about. So that's when, you know, people ask me, how you doing, man? I'm always good. I got all this. You asking me how I'm doing? I'm at a store that I could buy anything I want in the store. There's nothing that I cannot afford in this grocery store. You know what I mean? 0 things. I'm blessed to have that. You know what I mean? And then I'm about to go get in my car, which I can afford to pay off. You know what I mean? I own my car. You know what I'm saying? There's just so many things. When you start thinking about how blessed you are and all the little things that truly matter, you know what I mean? Be like, yeah, man, somebody just broke in my apartment and stole all my shit and, you know, did me dirty, lied to me and all this, but I had an apartment. I had things for them to steal. You really break it down like that, you're still so blessed. There's still other things you still have, you know what I mean, that are beyond materialistic. And
you got the ability to get more.
You have the mindset, the ability, and now you'll have the hunger to get more. You know what I mean? So it's you know, yeah, it's a temporary loss, but you're still good. Is my point. You still have life. That's a grand scheme of it. It's not even about getting things back. It's the fact that you're alive still. What more could you want? Or really?
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like you might want to be. You might want to be whatever you want to be, but if you don't have the time to be it, then it doesn't matter. If you're not here to be that, it doesn't matter. So as long as you're here, you good. Even if you have a terrible day, bro, you good. So, yeah, when people start asking me, how are you doing? Oh, I'm always good. How are you? I'm always good. Thank you for asking. First of all, thank you for asking me.
Sure.
Because maybe I'm not good. Maybe I'm going through it. Maybe I'm thinking about doing something that I shouldn't be doing. All because I don't have anybody else to express it to. Because to me, at this moment right now, it doesn't seem like anybody else fucking cares. You know? And that's how some people think, because that's how I've thought at times. So I know it's a regular thought.
For sure.
But if somebody asks, how are you doing? Try it for yourself, bro. before you ask somebody, when you go outside, before you ask somebody to do something for you, especially if they're working, ask them how they're doing. A lot of people will be like, they'll look at you and smile. Because it's like, damn, like somebody cares about me. Here I am working like a fucking robot, you know, forgetting I'm human. And then by you asking me like, how are you doing today? You know, that it really brings people back into being like, oh shit, like somebody cares. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm doing great. Or, man, I'm going through it, man. This is a shitty ass day, man. These fucking customers, you see these motherfuckers I gotta deal with? You know what I mean? But regardless, they have the opportunity to express that other than just ignoring the fact that, you know,
that they're human, that they're
that
there.
they're human, that people are there, that people exist, that people aren't just here to serve you. Like, what? Nigga, I'm not at fucking Target because I want to be. You know, I'm Target because I needed a job and they was hiring. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be serving you. You know what I mean? So for you to come at me like I owe you something, like I owe you anything, come on, bro. You wouldn't talk to me outside like this. You wouldn't talk to me this way if I wasn't at this job. Because you would talk to me, you would see me for who I am, not for who I work for. You know what I mean?
For real.
Because now you feel like you don't have to address me as a human because I work here, so I work under the rules, so I have to behave a certain way, which is going back to why I don't like jobs. You know what I mean? It kind of dehumanizes people. It makes them more robotic.
For sure.
You know what I mean? But when you work for yourself, it's all you. All you. So, yeah, man, that's where the always good came from, just from that saying. And then it when I do that, people are like, you're always good? I say, yes, I'm always good. You know, no matter what's going on in my life. Like, I'm so thankful to be here. I'm so thankful to be blessed with this day. I'm so thankful to be talking to you. I'm so thankful that you asked me how I was doing. I'm just so thankful that I'm good. Even if I'm not feeling good right now, I'm still good. And that's the truth. If I'm not good right now, it's because it's emotional. You know what I mean? And emotion fluctuates, so who cares? Because I could crash my car right now and just be mad and upset and whatever, and then and that same 5 minutes later, I could get a call for somebody need a photo shoot and they budget $10,000. You know what I'm saying? They budget $40,000, $100,000. Anything could happen. That's my point.
For
you
sure.
know what I mean? Then my emotions will change. Now I'm happy again. I'm like, fuck this car. I'm gonna buy a new car. You know what I mean? So like emotions aren't even anything to pay attention to unless you kind of capture it.
Got you. Smooth. So before we slide out, what game would you leave? Like one piece of game or a gem that you would drop on anybody listening, regardless of age or gender?
I would say do what you want. Think for yourself, man.
Smooth.
Think for yourself. That's the biggest thing. Think for yourself. Don't even think past that. First, think for yourself before you do something. Before you do something you heard from somewhere else, do the research. You know what I mean? So you can get your own perspective of it before you. Yeah, that's my main thing, bro. It's because what I do, I'm not about to trade who I am for anybody. And before I ask somebody for something, I first have to ask like if I can do it myself. You know, and that even thinking. You know, that for me asking you opinion, like, what do you think I should do about this? Like, first of all, before I ask you, what do I think I should do? And maybe I need to sit back and think about that for 10 minutes or maybe 10 months, whatever it may be. You know, but the point is that I'm just thinking and I'm doing it myself, because I think a lot of things today, people just watch what they see on Instagram and they try to copy it or I would say that. I would say, people don't think for themselves, bro, so you just get the same shit. You can look at it from anything from music to, anything on Instagram, TikTok. People are just, somebody does something cool and everybody else does it. Everybody does the same dance. Everybody does it. No, the more individuals we have, the more individuals' minds we have, I believe, is the easiest way to come together.
For sure.
Because we respect each other's perspectives, or we get them. So you give me your perspective and I give you mine, then we can come to a mutual ground. But if I give you somebody else's perspectives from me, and then you confront me about that, or you ask me about it, and I can't answer those questions because they're not true to me, they're true to them, you know, now we're getting conflicting information and shit like that.
Got you.
So yeah, man. Long story short, is to think for yourself, be yourself, no matter what, no matter where it leads you. You're gonna be where you're supposed to be. You know what I mean? Because you know what to do. Even if you need to change things about yourself, you change them about yourself, but be yourself, and to just never quit.
3 gems right there.
Yeah,
For
never
real.
quit. Yeah, if you don't do them things, man, where you want to be is where you'll be. At least I hope. Shit, that's my mentality. I'm trying to get there, man. You see,
For sure, you gonna get
you
there.
see it. Yeah.
Sure.
So yeah, man. So you always good. Take pictures, print them out.
The physical.
Don't believe in the cloud in your phone. You lose your phone and something erases the cloud. You lose all your memories, man. Life is about memories. Keep your memories. Without the memories, it's like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? It doesn't go anywhere. So yeah, that would be it for me, man.
Smooth. So I hit them with your social. Like, where should people follow you?
At JamilNotJamal on Instagram. For the Always Good merch, I have alwaysgood.online, where you can support that. Always Good is the promotion of daily appreciation of life, you know. And I like to say from the Always Good is that you don't necessarily buy it for yourself. You know, the point for me is for you to buy it as a gift, for you to see somebody that you know is going through something that you know can really use an uplifting message. And that's the true reason why I put the words on the hoodie, is just so you can give somebody the message that they can wear, you know, and it has that message, and it's a positive affirmation. How are you doing today? I'm
For sure.
always good, you know. So yeah, this is meant to be a gift for others. And then there's Always Good Market, which is the Instagram I'm building up for Always Good Clothes, man. So that's what I got going.
Dope, man. So we about to sign out. Definitely appreciate you giving your time, your energy, being present, you know?
Yeah,
Letting us document you right now.
exactly. It's beautiful.
Dope,
I
bro.
appreciate it, man, because, you know, it's necessary, man. Like I was telling you, man, with cameras, the world ain't nothing without us.
Sure.
It don't exist. You don't see it, it don't exist.
For sure. It's gonna live past us.
Yeah.
So damn, with that, dope dialogue, BlxckMonopoly, we out.
Love.